Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 24 of Season 1 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series. I am Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Irwin Tools Night Race here at Bristol. And this is going to be a 75 lap race at a very relatively short track, half a mile, the world's fastest half mile. We're going to see a lot of tempers flare, I can tell, because Bristol's night race is notorious for tempers flaring, as well as some pretty big wrecks and some great racing on top of that. So this is, in terms of laps, the longest race we're running this season at 75 laps here at Bristol for the most laps in a race. But we are 3 races away from the chase. This race and then our next 2 races at Iowa and Richmond. Still, anything can happen here in the next 3 races. For who knows? Ibrahim, who could be running in 42nd in points, he could get 2 wins in a row and make the chase. So really, anybody's still in to making the chase. However, we have a few cars locked into the chase already. We have Jessica Sheldon, Chris Washer, Austin Weiner, Barney Taylor. Those are the first 4 to lock themselves in the chase, with Jessica Sheldon having the 2 wins and being the points leader and having a huge points lead. She is going to be automatically be in the chase. Austin Weiner with his 3 wins, he's going to be locked into the chase. Chris Washer, who was the first driver to get locked in by picking up 4 wins, he locked himself in the chase. And then Barney Taylor got the 3 wins, and he's high enough up in points, so he's going to be locked in as well. We could see some more people get locked in tonight. We'll find out. But anyways, we are getting ready to go through the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, first time this season, as a matter of fact, starting on the pole is going to be the 47 of none other than Seth Cole. Now, Seth Cole comes into this race in the 28th position in the points. He would love to get himself a win so he can get a higher position to make the chase. Can he win tonight? We'll find out. Starting second is going to be the 36 of Daniel Day, who comes into this race 21st in points, but he's going to desperately try his hardest to get himself a win and get up into that chase position and make it in. But anything can happen tonight, like I said. Starting third is going to be a driver who's really been improving lately, the 13 of Dylan Thero, and he comes into this race 27th in points. Can he pick up his first win of the season? We'll find out tonight. Starting fourth is going to be the 20 of Nick Smith, who comes in 10th in the points. Hasn't gotten a win yet, and in fact, if he can't win a race and the chase was to have started now, he would have had to have tried to get around Ian Dutta to try to get a position in the chase without a win. But can he win tonight and get in? We'll find out. Starting fifth is going to be one of the 4 drivers locked into the chase, Barney Taylor, and he comes into the race in 6th in points. We'll see if Barney Taylor can get a 4th win and get more bonus points. Starting 6th is going to be David Rivera. Now, David Rivera has gotten a huge fire under his belly after he came so close to winning at Watkins Glen. Back at Michigan, he got a top 10 finish. Can he win tonight? We'll find out. Starting in 7th is going to be the 48 of Austin LaPlante, who comes in 7th in points, and he has that win from Bristol, ironically, earlier in the season here at Bristol. He would love to sweep the season here at Bristol in terms of points races. Can he do it? We'll find out. Starting in 8th is going to be the driver who comes into the race 3rd in points, Eric Burden. Now, Eric Burden would be one of only 2 drivers at the moment who would be in the chase without a win based on where they are in points. But he wants to get a win so he can get himself a safe spot in the chase. Starting 9th is going to be the 78 of Joshua Michaels, who comes into this race 38th in points. Not really had that great of a season, but can he get a win? We'll see tonight. And then rounding out the top 10 is going to be Henrietta Fitzwater, who comes into the race 26th in points. Can she get a win just like her husband Zachary did? We'll find out. Rest of the field, we have Chris Nelson, Chris Dollarton, Kyle Matthews, Ibrahim, Charles Jackson, Cameron Bailey, Sonny Hammond, Austin Weiner, Chris Michaels, Tommy Mooney. Then it's Jordan Kolb, Cody Hagan, Ian Siegel, Fred Schaefer, Noah Hart, Jessica Shelton, Trent Dunham, Zachary Fitzwater. I said Trent Dunham, Zachary Fitzwater. Chris Oliver, Chris Washer, Rue McIntyre, Matt McIntyre, Danny Wells, Charlie Rodriguez, Cody Lamas, Ian Dutta, Henry Nova, Cole Daly, Carlos Rodriguez, Dylan Young, Nathan Hudson, and then starting dead last is going to be Michael Norman. So that is a look at your starting lineup. We are going green when we come down to the stripe. Seth Cole is going to have the advantage of starting on the pole and being in the inside line to get the lead still. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. 75 laps here under the lights here at Bristol. Right now it's side by side between Seth Cole and Daniel Day, but let's see who's going to lead this first lap. Seth Cole looks to lead it, and now here comes the 13 of Dylan Thero underneath for second. And now, I see David Rivera. Do we have a wreck back here? Wow, David Rivera actually saved it. And look at this, Dylan Thero going underneath Seth Cole for the lead. Barney Taylor was looking to go 3 wide, but he was smart and he backed out. But they're almost 3 wide for second now. And they are. Seth Cole, he's going to keep it off the wall. No cautions out. So it is Dylan Thero as the leader, Austin LaPlante second, third Barney Taylor, fourth Daniel Day, fifth Seth Cole. Oh man. Wow, I thought they were going to go 4 wide. That would have been really, really bad. Let's take a look back here, see some particular drivers. There's the winner from Chicagoland, Noah Hart, running here in 16th. Trent Dunham running in 22nd. David Rivera's got damage. And we got a wreck up ahead. Who was that? I couldn't tell. Chris Nelson. And they're all piled in back here, but I don't see anybody else with damage. So it looked like it was only Chris Nelson who wrecked. Nick Smith has damage. And Cameron Bailey gets sideswiped by Daniel Day. Rue McIntyre got involved and he's got a blown motor. Man, so at least 3 cars I know for certain got into this incident. And we were having a great green flag run at the moment. But anyways, we're going to take a look and see what brought out the caution for the first time tonight here at Bristol. Well, here's what's going to happen. Chris Nelson's making a great run, and then Henrietta Fitzwater kind of holds up Nick Smith. Chris, you can't really put the blame on him. He just had a good run coming. He didn't know the 20 was coming there on the lane, and then he comes up in front of track. Jordan Kolb got a piece of it, his teammate. And then, that's where Rue McIntyre is going to get his damage. Henry Nova gets a piece of it. Fred Schaefer gets a piece of it. Cody Lamas. Cameron Bailey gets into Cole Daly. Let's check up here for the 20 car. There's the 20. He actually managed to keep it straight, but does he hit anybody? No, don't look like it. But here's what happened. Chris Nelson gets a good run underneath him. Nick Smith got held up by Henrietta Fitzwater, and then they just made contact. And they both go to the inside wall, and then Chris Nelson back up the track into his teammate Jordan Kolb. And then Rue McIntyre gets a hit right there, enough to blow his motor. And then Henry Nova gets a little piece of it. Fred Schaefer gets a tiny piece. So too does Cody Lamas, but he has a buckle on his hood. But I don't think that's going to hinder him, since that wasn't really a big hit for the 39. So we luckily got away with pretty much a 5 to 6 car incident. And really it looks like 2 cars are going to be out, which is the 93 and the 8 car. Don't see the 39 retiring from the race, neither would the 20 or the 31 or the 83. And wow, there comes the leaders all back there underneath everybody. Let's check back here, see if... Oh, here's what's going to happen with Cameron Bailey. Just a little side swipe right there from Daniel Day, but they keep it together. But that is a look at what happened. We will now take you to the restart. Well, the pace car lights are still on the car, so it looks like we may go green at lap 12. Let's keep an eye out here on the pace car. Lights are out, so we will go green next time by. Drivers out of the race are as followed: Cody Lamas, Chris Nelson, and Rue McIntyre. But anyways, we're not going to go through the whole field since we don't have enough time, so we'll go through the top 20. Dylan Thero's the leader, Austin LaPlante second, third Daniel Day, actually Cody Lamas is a lap down, fourth Barney Taylor, fifth Joshua Michaels, sixth Eric Burden, seventh Kyle Matthews, eighth Henrietta Fitzwater, ninth Seth Cole, top 10 is Chris Dollarton, then it's Charles Jackson, Noah Hard, Chris Michaels, Ibrahim, Ian Siegel, Trent Dunham, Sonny Hammond, Cody Hagan, Jordan Culp, and Nick Smith. That is your top 10. And now we are green. Cody Lamas, it looks like he's going to go down the pit road, so they aren't going to encounter that 39. So everybody can thank their lucky stars that the 39 came down pit road. And Dylan Thero leads away, but now look who's coming in behind him. Austin LaPlante, who won this race back in the beginning of the season, who won here at Bristol in the Food City 500 earlier in the year. He wants to try to sweep the season here at Bristol, and he's going to go underneath the 13 of Dylan Thero. He may have an advantage. He may get down that bomb, but let's see if he can get around him. Not quite. The 13 still has a highline run, and now here comes the 48. But he's not going to have him quite cleared just yet. Now he's got him cleared. So Austin LaPlante is your new leader, and he's going to try to go for the sweep here at Bristol. Let's take a look and see if there's a caution. No, there isn't, so we're good to go right now. Let's take a look at a run-through of the top 20 once again. Austin LaPlante's the leader, Dylan Thero second, third Barney Taylor, fourth Joshua Michaels, fifth is Eric Burton, sixth Henrietta Fitzwater, seventh is Chris Dollarton, eighth Kyle Matthews, ninth Daniel Day, rounding out the top 10 is Charles Jackson, 11th is Trent Dunham, 12th Chris Michaels, now he's 13th, 12th is Noah Hart, 14th Ibrahim, 15th Austin Weiner, 16th is Cody Hagan, 17th Ian Siegel, 18th Seth Cole, 19th Charlie Rodriguez, rounding out the top 20 is Nick Smith. On to the rest of the field, Dylan Young in 21st, 3 wide for 22nd, oh, let's keep an eye on this. They keep it together, oh, we have a wreck, Austin Weiner spun. Austin Weiner spun, but he kept it together. Is a caution out, though? Yeah, the caution flag is out. Let's see if there's any other cars that were off the pace or such. No, it looked like it was just a spin for the 5 car, and he kept it together. He was last scored in 28th position. There's the leader, Austin LaPlante. It looks like they're all coming down to make pit stops. We're actually not going to go to a pit lane cam because there are 2 different pit lanes here. One on the back stretch, one on the front stretch. So everybody has their own pit stalls in other different parts of the track on whether it's the front stretch or back stretch. But we're going to keep an eye out here on the 48. Since he is a leader, we'll see if his pit crew can get him out first. But we are almost a third of the way through this race already. And we've had 2 cautions, but we've had long green flag runs, though, is the thing. Let's see who will come out first. As Austin LaPlante at the moment is going with 2 tires and gas. Let's see if he's going with 4. Yes, he is going with 4. Let's see if he can get out ahead. And there he goes off and away. So too is Eric Burden. It looks like Dylan Thero is going to beat Austin LaPlante out of the pits. I believe it was when David Rivera came down into his stall. Austin had to wait a minute to make sure he didn't hit him, and that's going to cost him the lead. And Dylan Thero will be your leader once again. While we're under caution, we're going to take a look and see what brought out the caution for the second time tonight here at Bristol. Well, here's a look at what happened. It was 3 wide between Austin Weiner, Trent Dunham, and Chris Michaels. Now let's see. Yeah, it looked like Trent Dunham came down into the 7 car, and Trent Dunham goes up into the outside wall, and then Austin Weiner, he's going to barely get the inside wall, but other than that, no real big-time damage to hinder his car, so luckily we got away with pretty much a solo car spin, and Trent Dunham, I think, is going to get the worst of that because he hit the outside wall pretty good. Let's see, where is the 1? There he is. He's got some cosmetic damage on the side, but other than that, he's good to go. The 7 has really no damage. The 5 just has a little rear end damage, so luckily we did get away with a solo car spin. No pile-ups or anything. So that was a look at what brought out the caution for the second time. We will now take you to the restart. Well, lights are still on the pace car, as you can tell, so this gives us time to go through a run through the field. Dylan Thero got his pit crew out first. He is your leader. Austin LaPlante second. 3rd, Eric Burton. 4th, Joshua Michaels. 5th, Chris Dollarton. 6th, Charles Jackson. 7th, Noah Hart. 8th looks like it's going to be Seth Cole. 9th, Austin Weiner. 10th, Trent Dunham. 11th is going to be Chris Michaels. 12th, Ian Dutta. 13th, Jordan Culp. 14th, Fred Schaefer. 15th, Charlie Rodriguez. Then Tommy Mooney, Matt McIntyre, Ian Siegel, Cameron Bailey, Sonny Hammond, Dylan Young, Henrietta Fitzwater, Ibrahim, Kyle Matthews, Danny Wells, David Rivera, Daniel Day, Barney Taylor, Chris Oliver, Nick Smith, Carlos Rodriguez, Michael Norman, Zachary Fitzwater, Cody Hagan, Henry Nova, Chris Washer, Jessica Sheldon, Cole Daly, Nathan Hudson. Actually, it looks like a lot of drivers are a lap down. Let's see. Yeah, there are a lot of drivers a lap down. I don't know why. Matt McIntyre is actually 4 laps down. I'm not sure what happened to him, but we've got a lot of drivers a lap down, so this is going to be an interesting restart. I guess they all must have gotten lapped whenever they were pitting. But here we go. Green flag is back out, and Dylan Thero gets a great restart. And Dylan Thero is going to lead this lap. Oh, Chris Washer's got damage. Oh, I think we have a wreck that took place. And Cole Daly's got damage. There's Chris Washer, who has a lot of damage. I'm not sure what happened to him, but we don't have... Oh, Jessica Sheldon! Oh my goodness! She wall rode and Zachary Fitzwater was involved. Were there anybody else who have damage? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else was involved. It looked like it was between Jessica Sheldon and Zachary Fitzwater, but Jessica Sheldon's coming down pit road. We're going to take a look at this and see if she's going to retire or not. She doesn't have any bad damage on the front. Let's see what's going to happen with this. Yeah, Jessica Sheldon is out of the race. The points leader gets wrecked. There's Chris Washer. Where is Zachary Fitzwater? The 9 car. I believe he must have retired, because there he is. Let's keep an eye out on him. There's Cody Hagan. There's a bunch of drivers coming down the pit. But Zachary Fitzwater is actually looking to stay on the track, so after all that, it looks like Jessica Sheldon will be the only one out of the race. We'll take a look at a replay to find out what brought out the caution for the 3rd time tonight here at Bristol. Well, first we're going to take a look at what happened to the 24 of Chris Washer. Now, like Jessica Sheldon was like the meat and the sandwich in between Chris Washer and Cole Daly. Chris Washer spins out and really damages his car. I'm not sure why a caution wasn't brought out for that, because that was a pretty big wreck for what happens there. And then Nathan Hudson, looks like he just scraped the wall. Now we need to keep our eyes out here on the 11 of Jessica Sheldon, because I saw her on top of the wall and she barreled. We're going to see what's going to happen up ahead. We should actually go to the 9, Zachary Fitzwater. He gets the wall. He's riding the wall. Oh, man, they went 4 wide for a second. He comes down into Cody Hagan, goes into the inside wall, and then up into Jessica Sheldon. Now, there's Jessica Sheldon. She just hit that outside wall, and that's what got her car up on top of the wall like Casey Kane did here in like 2012 or 2011. I can't remember, but then she barreled down the track and then gets a hit right there from Zachary Fitzwater. So that was a look at what happened to what brought out the caution for the 3rd time. We will now take you to the restart once again. Well, Dylan Thero is still your leader. Now let's take a look and see who is all out of the race now. It looks like only one car has pulled her car over the wall, and that is Jessica Sheldon. Let's take a look, see if the 42 of Matt McIntyre is still on track. Yeah, he's out there. And Cody Lamas, he's still out there, but they're multiple laps down. But anyways, Dylan Thero is your leader. 2nd is going to be Eric Burton. 3rd is going to be Joshua Michaels. 4th will be Noah Hart. 5th is Charles Jackson. 6th, Chris Dollerton. 7th will be Trent Dunham. 8th will be Charlie Rodriguez, rounding out the top. 9th will be Ian Siegel, rounding out the top 10 will be Dylan Young. This field has gotten very, very, very confusing after those pit stops that happened earlier, where a lot of drivers got caught a lap down. Let's see how many cars are on the lead lap now. Only 18 cars are on the lead lap at the moment. And the lights are still on the pace car. Once we get around the lap 38, 39, we will be halfway through this race. And the pace car lights are out, so that means we will go green next time by. And now the drivers who are a lap or more down will go to their inside lines. But the rest of the cars on the lead lap starting will be Chris Oliver, Carlos Rodriguez, Michael Norman, Henry Nova, Cole Daly still continuing, Austin LaPlante, Nathan Hudson, and Danny Wells. Everybody else is a lap or more down or out of the race. Let's check, see if the 24 of Chris Washer is still on track. No, he's out. Chris Washer is out of the race, and now we're getting ready to go green. This will give us a total of 42 laps to go. Dylan Thero gets another great restart, but he's got Seth Cole, who's trying to get back on the lead lap on the inside line. Let's see if Seth Cole can get around to 13. And also Austin Weiner is trying to make a hunt to get up there to get his lap back. And Seth Cole looks like he's going to clear Dylan Thero, and also Austin Weiner is trying to get his lap back. Meanwhile, 2nd now is going to be Joshua Michaels. And he's coming on the 13 of Dylan Thero. And we are still green, and now here comes Joshua Michaels to the inside. This is a battle for the lead between Joshua Michaels, Dylan Thero. Who is going to get the advantage? Looks like Joshua Michaels, and he is going to lead this lap. We are almost halfway through here. Meanwhile, Austin Weiner and Seth Cole, if the caution was to come out now, and the caution is out, so they will be on the lead lap. Oh, Carlos Rodriguez, Henrietta Fitzwater, Chris Oliver, Sonny Hammond, and I think Fred Schaefer might have gotten a piece of that. Drivers are coming out pit road. Ibreem's got rear end damage. Drivers are coming down, getting ready to come down pit road. But Joshua Michaels is your leader. There's Henrietta Fitzwater, who's smoking. Carlos Rodriguez and Sonny Hammond. These guys are looking to be out of the race. Let's see Carlos Rodriguez. He's out. Henrietta Fitzwater and then Sonny Hammond. So Austin Weiner and Seth Cole, who managed to get up ahead of the leaders, they're going to restart on the lead lap. And Joshua Michaels is your leader, and we are past the halfway point now. We will now take a look and see what brought out the caution for the fourth time tonight here at Bristol. Well, this is something we were hoping to not see. Watch Henrietta Fitzwater. She's going to go and make it 4 wide underneath Chris Oliver, Ian Siegel, Sonny Hammond. She's going to get into the 17 of Sonny Hammond. They both go into the inside wall, back up the track. In the Sonny Hammond, Ian Siegel, Chris Oliver, and Fred Schaefer. Henry Nova, Michael Norman get a piece of it. Daniel Day got sideswiped by, I believe that was Daniel Day. It was. And then Nick Smith, Daniel Day gets sideswiped. And Nathan Hudson sideswiped Henrietta Fitzwater. And Carlos Rodriguez, I believe he had nowhere to go. Let's go back here, find the 30 car. There he is, back all the way back here around the 15th position. He's going to come in, and it looks like, oh, he hit the rear end of Fred Schaefer, and that's how he's got his damage. So this was relatively the big one here at Bristol. A lot of drivers out of the race as a result of this, or going more laps down. But that was a look at what brought out the caution for the 4th time. We will now take you to the restart. Lights are still on the pace car, and Joshua Michaels is your leader. Now, the updated list of drivers out of the race are as followed. Carlos Rodriguez, Henrietta Fitzwater, Sonny Hammond. Those are drivers who retired, but let's check and see if Nathan Hudson's out. Yeah, he's out. All right, now what about the 77 of Henry Nova? He's out as well. Now Fred Schaefer. He's still on track, so... And what about the 51 of Ibrahim? He's still on track as well. And now Daniel Day, I see him right in front of him. So that is your updated list of drivers out of the race. And let's take a look. Pace car lights are out, so we can only go through the top 20. Joshua Michaels is your leader. Dylan Thero second. Third is Eric Burden. Fourth, Noah Hart. Rounding out the top 5 is Charles Jackson. 6th, Chris Dollarton. 7th, Dylan Young. 8th, Charlie Rodriguez. 9th, Trent Dunham. Rounding out the top 10 is Michael Norman. Then it's Austin LaPlante, Cole Dowley, Danny Wells, Ian Siegel, Chris Oliver, Seth Cole, and Austin Weiner. Those are your cars on the lead lap. Ian Dutta, the first car lap down, along with Chris Michaels, Tommy Mooney, and I believe Jordan Culp and Matt McIntyre, although Matt McIntyre is 4 laps down. But here we go, and Joshua Michaels gets a great restart right there. And he's going to clear the lap machine, at least for the moment, of Ian Dutta, because here he comes. And he's going to block the 13 of Dylan Thero. Ian Dutta is trying hard to try to get his lap back. Joshua Michaels still leads away. And he's happy he's got that 14 between himself and the 13 of Dylan Thero. But Ian Dutta is racing hard because he wants to get his lap back and get on the tail end of the lead lap. I saw some smoke. I'm not sure. Let's check up ahead. The caution is out. Ibrahim's involved. Oh, Dylan Young spun. I believe Dylan Young's the only car who went around. So I guess we must have got away with another solo car spin. But now let's take a look at a replay to see what brought out the caution for the 5th time here at Bristol. Well, here's a look at it. They were 3 wide battling for the 6th spot. Charles Jackson was the meat in the sandwich. This was just like what happened with Chris Michaels, Austin Weiner, and Trent Dunham. Just the exact same thing happened where the trying to remember, see who it is. Yeah, Charles Jackson was like the meat in the sandwich between Noah Hart and Dylan Young, and they all just collided, and like Noah Hart was down into Charles Jackson. He does the exact same thing Trent Dunham did, go up into the outside wall and get the worst of this incident. But Dylan Young, unlike Austin Weiner, he didn't hit nothing, so he's going to be in good shape. But he's going to probably restart around the tail end of the field, so that was a little bit of a tough break for Dylan Young, who was running in the top 10 at the moment. But that was a look at what brought out the caution for the 5th time. We will take you back to the restart. Well, Joshua Michaels still leads away when they come around to take the green, which will be on lap 51. We will be second or third away through this race, so we are almost done with this. Joshua Michaels is your leader. Second is Dylan Thero. Third is going to be Charlie Rodriguez. Fourth, Eric Burton. Fifth will be Noah Hart. Sixth, Charles Jackson. Seventh, Chris Dollarton. Eighth is going to be Austin LaPlante. Ninth, Trent Dunham. Rounding out the top 10 will be Michael Norman. 11th will be Danny Wells. 12th will be Cole Daly. 13th, Ian Siegel. 14th, Chris Oliver. 15th, Seth Cole. 16th will be Austin Weiner. 17th, last car in the lead lap, will be Dylan Young. Ian Dutta's still the first car a lap down. Updated of the list of drivers out of the race. Nobody's out of the race after that last incident because it was only a one-car spin. But Joshua Michaels will restart once again as your leader. Joshua Michaels, these cautions are being his best friend right now because he's gotten lap cars to get in between him and Dylan Thero right behind him. But you also have guys like Eric Burden, who has been top 5 in points all season. But he wants to get a win so he can get himself in the chase. But here we go. Green flag is back out. We are second or third away through this race. But now here comes Ian Dutta. He was going to try to go underneath Joshua Michaels to get around to get his lap back. Let's keep an eye out back here, see if anybody's going to get in anything. Chris Oliver, oh man, they're 3 wide. Let's keep an eye out. Oh, we have an incident. Noah Hart spun. Who else spun? I believe Barney Taylor got a little piece of it. Michael Norman looked to have gotten a little piece of it. Oh, Jordan Culp has damage. And I thought I saw, yeah, Ian Siegel has damage. Eric Burden's got a big buckle on his hood. Let's see if he's going to end up retiring or not. I see Nick Smith, he's got a buckle on his hood a little bit. He got involved somehow. Let's keep an eye out here on the 55, see if he's going to end up retiring. I hope he doesn't. And he was running around the 4th spot at the time. Must have been a situation involving lap cars. And there's Nick Smith who was involved. Let's see what's going to happen with this car to 20. Because he was involved in this somehow. Let's see what's going to happen. He's continuing. Trying to find a 55 of Eric Burton. I guess Eric Burton must be retired from the race. But Joshua Michaels is still your leader. We're going to take a look at a replay to see what brought out the caution for the 6th time here at Bristol. Well, here's a look at it. It's a battle between 2 lap cars. It looked like Noah Hart may have got caught with the sheet metal into Matt McIntyre, and they go spinning. Eric Burton gets collected in that mess. And then back here, Noah Hart, he's going to collect Nick Smith, Ian Siegel, among others. Let's go up to the 55 of Eric Burton, because he's the one who's going to take the biggest hit from this, because he is trying to get himself a win so he can get himself into the chase. But there you see right there, Matt McIntyre is coming up through the field. It looks like he and Noah Hart made contact with the sheet metal and they couldn't get off, and they get into Jordan Culp. Wow, he slammed into the rear of Jordan Culp, and that's how he got his damage. Now, Noah Hart collected a couple of other drivers. Let's see what happens with that. As he made the contact, he goes up into Eric Burden. That's what got him spinning, and then he gets himself to spin. Now Ian Siegel. Wow, Charles Jackson did a great job of missing it. Yeah, Nick Smith, yeah, he got into Ian Siegel. Nobody hit Noah hard, but it was just Nick Smith trying to avoid, and he tried to turn away, and he got into Ian Siegel's rear end, and that's what happened. But that was a look at what brought out the caution for the 6th time tonight. We'll take you to the restart. Well, we are 20 laps to go here at Bristol, so we are almost through with this race. And Joshua Michaels, once again, like I keep saying, these cautions have been his best friend. He's kept his car up at the front for most of this race. He's going to be your leader. Now, the updated list of drivers out of the race are Eric Burden, Nick Smith, and I believe that's going to be it. But let's check and double check, see if Nick Smith is even out. He is. Now, what about Fred Schaefer? He's still on track. And then Jordan Culp. Let's see where he is. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Jordan Culp's still on track, so too is Ian Siegel. So, Joshua Michaels, like I said, is your leader. The top 20, it's Joshua Michaels, or actually the lead lap cars. Joshua Michaels is your leader. 2nd, Charlie Rodriguez. 3rd, Dylan Thero. 4th, Chris Dollerton. 5th, Austin LaPlante. 6th, Trent Dunham. 7th, Danny Wells. 8th, Chris Oliver. 9th, Austin Weiner. And then back in the top 10 is Dylan Young. 11th is Charles Jackson. 12th, Seth Cole. 13th, Michael Norman. 14th, Ian Siegel. 15th, Noah Hart. Rounding out the lead lap cars is Cole Daly. Ian Dutta, once again, is the car leading the lap down cars to this restart. But here we go. 18 laps to go here at Bristol in the Irwin Tools night race. Joshua Michaels gets a good restart there, but he's got Ian Dutta. He's coming to the bottom along with Tommy Mooney. Those two are going to try to get their laps back, just like Seth Cole and Austin Weiner did. Meanwhile, this is a battle for the lead. Charlie Rodriguez coming underneath Joshua Michaels. But he's not going to be able to get. Now let's keep an eye. We got to keep an eye out back here on this. So far, so good. Everybody's getting through their instance. Oh, Cole Daly almost got into Noah Hart. Trying to keep our eyes out on everything to make sure nothing happens here. So far, it's so good right now, but we got to keep an eye out on Austin LaPlante. Oh, Trent Dunham spins. Oh, man. Does Trent Dunham collect anybody? Yes, he does. He's going to collect Fred Schaefer. I'm trying to look to see if anybody else has damage. Doesn't look like anybody else was involved, so I think it was only between Trent Dunham and Fred Schaefer. But that was a tough break for Trent Dunham. He was running up in the 6th spot, trying to get around to get into the top 5, and it looked like contact between himself and Austin LaPlante. He's coming down to his pit stall. Is he going to retire? Yes, he is. Trent Dunham is out of the race. And I think Fred Schaefer might be out as well. Well, these laps are just winding down due to these cautions, so now we will take a look at a replay to see what brought the caution for the 7th time here at Bristol. Well, it's just like what we've been seeing all night. When they go 3 wide, sometimes they can make it work, but in other cases they don't. Austin LaPlante got way up high, and then as he's turning down, he gets into the one of Trent Dunham, and then down into Seth Cole and Dylan Young, but they don't spin. And then Cody Lama's got a piece of that. And then back up into Fred Schaefer, and that's how they get their damage. Noah Hart got a piece of it. But that was really like a 3-car incident that took place during this whole thing. And Trent Dunham and Fred Schaefer and maybe even Cody Lamas might be out of the race. But that was a look at what happened. We will take you to the restart. Well, updated list of drivers out of the race are Trent Dunham, Fred Schaefer, and Cody Lamas. Let's double check for Cody Lamas. Yeah, he's out, and Fred Schaefer, he's out as well. So yeah, that is your updated list of drivers out of the race. Joshua Michaels, once again, these cautions are acting for his best friend, and he's the leader. Second's Charlie Rodriguez. Third is going to be Chris Dollarton. Fourth, Dylan Thero. Fifth, Chris Oliver. Sixth, Danny Wells. Seventh is going to be Michael Norman. Eighth, Austin LaPlante. Ninth, Seth Cole. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be Dylan Young. Then it's Austin Weiner, Charles Jackson, Cole Daly, Ian Siegel, Noah Hart, and Tommy Mooney and Ian Dutta, the lead lap cars. Lights are out on the pace car. When they come around to take the green flag, it will be 9 laps to go, and no lap down drivers are going to go into the inside, so really this is going to open up for a battle for the lead and potentially the win between Joshua Michaels and Charlie Rodriguez. Charlie Rodriguez trying to go for his second win of the season, and he hasn't won a race since the opener at Daytona. But here we go. Charlie Rodriguez actually got a better restart, I think, than Joshua Michaels. And now, here comes Charlie Rodriguez to the inside. This could be critical, and also here comes Cameron Bailey trying to get his lap back. Charlie Rodriguez is the first time in a while we've had a lead change, but he's also got Cameron Bailey, the lap down car, right next to him, so this could be help for Joshua Michaels to get back around. And he's going to go to the inside, and I think he led that lap. So now Joshua Michaels is back as the leader, and he's still underneath Charlie Rodriguez. He's trying hard to get that lead back and keep it. And we are still green, and it's 6 laps to go here at Bristol, I believe. And now they're coming around for 5 to go here at Bristol. We've got a heated battle for the win. If the caution comes out at any moment, the race will be over, because I don't think we'll be able to go green anymore. But Charlie Rodriguez trying hard to get his second win of the season, but Joshua Michaels trying to get his first win of the season and a potential spot in the chase. But here comes Charlie Rodriguez to the inside. But Joshua Michaels isn't going to give up. We are 3 to go. Cameron Bailey got his lap back, so they got rid of that incident. And so far, no cautions yet. And they're coming around to take 2 laps to go here at Bristol. Does Joshua Michaels have anything for Charlie Rodriguez? If he wants to, he's going to have to try to run his same line as Charlie is, and they're coming around to take the white flag. White flag is out for Charlie Rodriguez to try to go for his second win of the season. Looks like he's going to have it, because Joshua Michaels hasn't been able to get up to him. And it's going to be Charlie Rodriguez who's going to win the Irwin Tools Night Race here at Bristol. Wow. What an exciting battle we had at the end between Rodriguez and Joshua Michaels. Joshua Michaels tried so hard to get that win and get a potential spot in the chase, be the 15th winner this season, 15 out of 16 to be in the chase. But for Charlie Rodriguez, with that win, he is now locked into the chase. So that he, Barney Taylor, Jessica Sheldon, Austin Weiner, and Chris Washer are 5 drivers locked into the chase. Great job for Charlie Rodriguez. Now we'll take a look at your official finishing results. Charlie Rodriguez going to get his second win of the season, and he's going to be locked into the chase. Joshua Michaels, the dominant car of the night, tried so hard to keep that lead away from Charlie Rodriguez, but he's going to come away with second, but still a great job nonetheless for him. Chris Dollarton ran in the top 10 pretty much all night long. He's going to come away with a 3rd place finish. Great run for him. Dylan Thero, who led really early on, he's going to come away with a 4th place finish. And look at Danny Wells. We hardly talked about him all night tonight. He's going to come away with a top 5 of 5th. Great job for him. And Austin LaPlante's dream of going to sweep Bristol will not happen, at least right now. He's going to come away with 6th. 7th, Michael Norman, even with a torn up race car as far as cosmetic damage, he's going to come away with 7th. 8th, Dylan Young, after he got into that spin with I believe it was Charles Jackson, Noah Hart. He's going to come away with 8th. 9th, after being a lap down, Seth Cole is going to get 9th. And 10th, Ian Dutta, another car who was pretty much a lap down all night. He's going to come away with a top 10. And then the rest of the lead lap cars, Tommy Mooney's going to come away with 11th. Austin Weiner, 12th. 13th, Noah Hart. 14th, Chris Oliver. 15th, Ian Siegel. 16th, Charles Jackson. 17th, Cole Daly. And the last car on the lead lap was Cameron Bailey. Everybody else was a lap down or out of the race. Barney Taylor, Chris Michaels, David Rivera, Kyle Matthews, Cody Hagan, Daniel Day, Ibrahim, Jordan Culp, Zachary Fitzwater, and Matt McIntyre. Those were the drivers who finished the race, and everybody else was out. Trent Dunham, Fred Schaefer, Cody Lamas, Eric Burton, Nick Smith, Henry Nova, Nathan Hudson, Carlos Rodriguez, Henrietta Fitzwater, Sonny Hammond, Chris Washer, Jessica Shelton, Chris Nelson, and Rue McIntyre. So, with Charlie Rodriguez getting his 2nd win of the season, he is going to be locked into the chase along with Jessica Sheldon, Austin Weiner, Barney Taylor, and Chris Washer. That will do it for our coverage here in the Irwin Tools night race here at Bristol. Now you're going to see the results one more time, as well as the updated point standings. Now, 2 races left until today's next stop, Iowa.